Hey coin collectors, Dan the Collector Man here. Today I've got another cool coin release out of the Germania Mint. Something that, to be honest, I wouldn't normally buy, but just seeing the detail and the look of this, I thought, why not? And it's got a very low mintage as well, which adds to that little collectability. I've already seen in the secondary market that it has gone up a little bit in price as well, which does add to its value. So I'd like to go through a bit of details and to show the absolute details that the Germania Mint's able to pull. So this is what's known as the Tree of Life. So it's part of the Norse cosmology, and it's just something that's really, really cool. And I think from a detail coin, or I should call it bullion round point of view, this is just absolutely best. And seeing the coloured version as well, it's really, really cool. So I'll go through this one first, then I'll go through the coloured one, and then I'll put it under the microscope so you can have a look at it. And I'll go through a bit about the series as well, because this is not the first lot of the series, but this is by far the best and most collectible one out of the series. And I think this one has a really cool meaning behind it, which I'll cover off as well. So let's look at this silver bullion version to start off with. So this was minted to 4,000, so that is very low for a bullion coin. From that aspect, it costs me around $80, so it does have a high premium, so that's $20 over the value of the silver. But with a low mintage and the detail in that, I think that's a very reasonable price. We're now looking on the secondary market on eBay. You're looking at around $109 already, so they're definitely going up in value, and it's still not far from the release. So I think over time it will go up even higher when it comes to a collectible bullion coin. As we can see here, we've got Germania 2025, 5 marks, so that's not a real actual currency, so that's just a bit of fun that the Germania Mint put on there. So it's not an actual coin, it is just around. But again, even on this side, you can see all the cool details on here. It's amazing, but it's the leaves and all the details in the trees that I'm really keen to look at. Now these also do come with a certificate of authenticity, even for the bullion around as well. So as you can see here, it has the mintage of 4,000, 5 marks denomination they've put down there, 2025, 4/9 fine, 1 ounce of silver. So pretty cool. It's got a picture of there, and it's Germania Mint, and it's a really nice little certificate of card. Don't know how I'm going to keep this, because obviously I'm not going to keep it with the round. It's going to have to put that somewhere else, but no, it's cool to get a little certificate. I think that does add a little bit of collectability. It doesn't have an individual number. It's not anything cool like that, but it's definitely a nice little round to get. So we'll go into the coloured version. So there's 4 different coloured versions. I only got myself one coloured version in the end. So you started off with Spring, which was a very pink with the brown trunk one. So they retailed at $199, which was a really good, I think, fair value given the mintage of this and the detail and the colour that's been put into it. So $199, and now you're looking at around $290 on the secondary market already. And like I said, it hasn't been released not so long ago, so I'm sure those prices will slowly go up over time. Once people see the details of these, they're really, really cool. So you can even see here on the box, even the box itself, the outer shipper has got it individually numbered. The coin itself is individually numbered, and the certificate as well. So that's a really lot of detail for 400 of these. That's really, really cool. So the second one was the summer one, which is the one I've got here. For me, that was my favorite. I love summer, and the autumn one was pretty cool as well. So I've got this really cool little box. I love it. It has got a magnet kind of close, and it opens up like this. And it's a really nice presentation. So you've got the certificate there, which is coloured. And you've also got this cool coin. Now you can just see, having a look at that under the lighting, how much detail. It's almost like each individual leaf is painted kind of detail, which is just absolutely amazing. Given that they're so small, it's really nice. Just all that different color within the wood. So it's not just a plain brown. You can really just see all the shadowing and the different coloring within the wood and the root system there with the snake. And again, I'll have to show you under the microscope for you to be able to really enjoy and see the detail on this one. And on this side, it's the same. So it's not a proof coin, it's just a BU finish, but I don't think you need a proof finish on this one. It looks pretty amazing. So these are minted, as you can see, to 400, so very, very low mintage. And as you can see here on the very bottom of the coin, you can see 043. So even on the actual coins themselves, that actually got the number on it. So Love having that detail, and like I said, this is a really, really neat piece. So it's known as the Tree of Life, this one, and I'll go through the other two, but we'll have a look at the certificate that comes through it. Certificate of Authenticity. So it's very similar to the other one, but this one does have at least the actual number on there as well, so you can see coin number 43 of 400. Apart from that, it's very similar, and then you got this on the back as well, which you don't have it on this one. You just got the normal Germania Mint branding. So I think that all adds to it, and the box and the detail that it comes in is really, really absolutely amazing. So I'll put this under the microscope in a minute. So the other two that were around was the autumn one, which is that beautiful rich orangey one, orangey red. I love that one. That's probably my second favorite and the one that I almost got, so I only wanted to get one. And then you got the winter one, which I think is the one that's probably going to be the least popular one, and that has that really rich blue kind of color in there. So to me, that's not something natural that you'd normally see, that kind of blue. So I think that's probably the one that's the least favorite, and also the pink as well. But the orange and the summer ones are the absolute pick of the bunch out of that. But each of them only minted to 400, which is absolutely amazing to get a coin like that for that kind of value. And as you can see, it's going up pretty well. So the series started off in 2019, but the past series has only been a leaf. So this is the first time they've gone from a leaf to a tree, and I think that's a much better series the way they've gone. So the first one in 2019 was an oak leaf, and they had a couple of colored versions, but it was predominantly gold and silver bullion versions and proof versions. Then in 2000 they missed a year, and then 2021 they did a chestnut leaf. And then 2022, they did a Widner leaf. And then 2023, they did a birch leaf. So, and then they missed out in 2024 again. So there's been a couple of years, not been a consistent, but you can see the past four were all leaves. And then this one, we've got a tree, and it's dramatically different, the detail and the look behind them as well. So let's go into detail of what this actually means. So the way to pronounce this is Yggdrasil. Yggdrasil. So that's the way to pronounce it. So it's like an I instead of a Y in that pronunciation. And it's a Norse cosmology. And the key meaning behind it is that this tree is it unites all worlds into one cosmic order. So its mighty branches, as we can see here, shade the heavens while the roots reach down into extents. And it stands for a symbol of strength, transformation, and universal connection. So that's the meaning behind this actual tree. So it's something quite significant. Some really cool old pictures on the internet around this actual story. So I think it's really cool. And it kind of ties into the Norse gods that we've been seeing with the Odin bar that we saw and the Thor bar, so it kind of adds into those. So let's have a look at this one under the microscope. I'll put this one and the other one in there, and I'd love to know what you think about this, and have you ever seen something so much detail. So as we can see here, the coloring, hopefully it's coming up as well as it's coming up here on the camera, but just the absolute all the fine little leaves and how they've done it is really quite clever. I think it's absolutely amazing. You can see all the different imagery, and that's how they've done the side shadowing in the background, and then we get each branch there. So the coloring hasn't spilled over much onto the coin as well, so that's really done really quite well. And then we get down here to the trunk itself, and we can see the snake there, so you can see all the details with the snake within there, and the coloring of the snake that kind of ties in as well. So it's absolutely, look at that, just the detail there, and the little branches around the base there as well. Comes up really nice. So I'd love to know if you've seen anything with this much detail for a small, like I said, I'm under a microscope and we're seeing all this detail. So it's really cool. And see the trunk as we go up. I love that, and love the different coloring that it comes up and it provides. It's really cool. Let's have a look on the other side at the Germania Mint logo as well. So like I said, the detail they've put into this as well, it's really cool. Just having a good look at this one. Those two heads there, and we've got Germania Mint at the top. Yeah, this is pretty cool. Definitely happy to get it. Like I said, it was one of those impulse buys that you buy and go, oh, maybe I shouldn't have bought that. I might have a look at the Bullion version. But now I'm definitely happy that I got it. I was always going to get the Bullion version, but I didn't normally wanted to get the coloured version. So just have a look at how much little detail they've got in each different leaf, and how hard that would have been made to make the press to make this, and how much, and it's not flat as well, so it's got a lot of detail. If you put it on the angle, it's really, really clever. So definitely you can see the snake a little bit clearer on this one here in the non-coloured version. All the detail there with the head down there. Really, really cool, really, very clever from the Germania Mint, and they keep pushing the boundaries when it comes to all these different things. So as you can see here, love that, but you can see how deep it is there, so that would have had to been pressed a lot, and I think it's real value for money when you get stuff like this. Absolutely amazing. So I'd love to know in the comments below if you think it's something cool, and if it's something that you've got in the past yourself, if it's something you're interested in. Like I said, it's a very low mintage, and it's something quite unique. It's a little bit different from the series that's come across so far, but I think this will be something that will be a standout, and something that people will hopefully look to collect in the future. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. Make sure you do give us a thumbs up and subscribe to Dan the Collector Man. We've got an exciting couple of months coming up when it comes to releases and vintage figures and all that, so I'll be doing videos on all of those. So make sure you do subscribe to Dan the Collector Man to stay up to date. And as always, thanks so much for watching and joining the coin collecting community. I'll catch you in my next video. Dan.